Last autumn, lost to Julio La Cruz in the prelims, so didn't get a great draw. Bronze medalist at the previous edition of the Worlds in 2019 and won here last year too, beating Narek Manassian in the final.
Fighting out of the blue corner is the boxer representing Uzbekistan, Madiyar, Saydrakhimov.
And representing Uzbekistan, this is Madiyar Saydrakhimov. He got past Absal Kutibekov 5-0 in his semi-final, got a bronze medal in Belgrade. He ran into La Cruz as well, but in the semi-finals. That's Saydrakhimov, Uzbekistan. Didn't get a look in for the Olympics last year. He was behind Strandja Tursunov in the queue, but maybe now this is going to be his time. Right hand to the body there from Saydrakhimov. Pantaleev with that high guard will look to come forward. Right hand to the body there. Seemed to move Pantaleev a bit. That was solid from Saydrakhimov. The referee stopped things to have a quick word. I'm not entirely sure what about, because that seemed like a legal punch to me. There's that 1-2 from Saydrakhimov. Pantaleev marauding forward. This is where he needs to get the fight. He's got to get it up close. He needs to do whatever he can to get it at that range. Saydrakhimov, by the look of him, has got the tools to keep this longer on the outside, and that's what he needs to do. Right hand to the side of the head there from Saydrakhimov. Goes with a left to the body. Pantaleev trying to move that head on the way in. The referee again speaking to Saydrakhimov there. Long left hand to the body. I'm not sure what about. Keeping his punches up, maybe, but I don't think there was anything wrong with the two so far. Maybe just talking to him about slapping. That's another possibility. The gum shield has come out. The referee has stuck it in his pocket. He'll wait for a natural break in things before he stops boxing and gets that put back in. Saydrakhimov again just keeping it on the outside, is pinging Pantaleev as he comes forward to the body, not so much to the head. Well, I'm not sure what it was that spilled out. It can't have been a gum shield, because the referee would have stopped things by now to get that put back in. And just talking to the pair of them about heads there. Heading into the final minutes of the round. Pantaleev catches Saydrakhimov with the right hand there. The crowd enjoyed that. He's losing this opening round so far, the Bulgarian. He's got to make his mark in the final minute. And when you fight like this, that's often what can happen. You have to stay patient, you have to trust the method. But okay, you might not have too much joy in the first 2 minutes, but that you will get to your man. Saydrakhimov there just swinging and connecting with thin air. Pantaleev has covered up fairly well, but enough has got through from the Uzbek, I would say. Just sitting down on that right hand better there, Saydrakhimov. Planting those feet and letting it go. Final 10 seconds. Nice little right hand there from Pantaleev. Just rolled off to his right and managed to find room for it. There was the referee's badge off the front of his shirt that actually came off in the middle of the round there. He's just delicately reattaching it. Saydrakhimov taking it across the board there, 10-9, easy round to score. Pantaleev, as I say, will have to trust in his method, keep bringing the heat. He will lose the first round fairly often, fighting the way he does. But when you get into the middle of round 2, that's the point at which what you're doing needs to start paying dividends. So into the second round, Saydrakhimov giving that ground, looking for the long uppercut. Pantaleev with a big right hand, but he's a little bit of a slap. Saydrakhimov just clips him round the back of the head for good measure, as Pantaleev ended up with his back to him in the corner. Pantaleev found a couple to the body there. Saydrakhimov, though, if he gets it at that distance, then he could just let his hands go. He does tend to lean in quite a lot, the Uzbek. The chin comes up, but Pantaleev can't really get close enough to take advantage of that. Saydrakhimov just bundling him down to the canvas. He does need to be slightly careful here, the fighter in blue. The referee's spoken to him now a few times. I don't think he's done enough to warrant a point deduction, and indeed there hasn't been one, but he certainly wouldn't want that. So heading towards the midway point of round 2, and this is now reaching the critical stage for Pantaleev, the middle minute of the middle round. This is when the pressure that he's trying to bring to bear has to start to make an impact, and at the moment there's no particular sign that it will. Nice right hand there from Saydrakhimov. He avoided the left hook. He just stepped back and slightly out, offline, and then just punched down with his right hand, right to the body there. Then looks to try and sling one in round the back of the guard. The work rate has got to be high when you've got someone like Pantaleev in front of you. You have to just keep punching, keep him occupied, don't let him get up close where he wants to fight. He's not really hurt Pantaleev at any point, but every time you hit him, every time you hit your opponent with a good solid shot, whether it's forearms, gloves, or it half gets through or it gets through clean, they have to stop, reset and start again. And Saydrakhimov has kept his man off him, doing exactly that. Left hand followed by right. Pantaleev got up a bit closer there. Closing stages of round 2. Good right hand there from the Uzbek, and Pantaleev just managed to soak that one up. You could see that it just setting that head backwards. That goes a bell at the end of round 2, so that'll be 2 rounds in the bank there for Uzbekistan, who will be on course for their 4th gold of proceedings so far today. This day 1 of the finals. Day 2 coming up tomorrow. Well, one judge, Kosovan judge, has gone for Pantaleev in there, but the other 4 go for Saydrakhimov, so he's got that big buffer, that big cushion going into the 3rd and final round, and Pantaleev has got to find something huge here, to be honest. He needs 10-8. He needs to convert that one score of 19 apiece in his direction, and then with 2 of the other judges, he needs a 10-8 in this final round, and then for both of them to go his way on their judges' decision. It's unlikely, but this is heavyweight. If it's going to happen in any division, then the higher you go up in weight, the more likely it becomes. And again, forward comes Pantaleev, but Saydrakhimov has just been happy to stand there, let his hands go, and just give it to him as he tries to walk him down. Nice right hand from Saydrakhimov, who turns southpaw. The only way I can see this really going wrong for Saydrakhimov in this final round is if he gives away a point deduction. He just tapped Pantaleev on the back of the head there a few seconds ago again when his opponent had spun round. There's absolutely no need for it. There's not anything to be gained from it at all. He's got this fight under control and just been told to keep his punches up there. I wouldn't be amazed to see a point go at some stage here. Again, he just clips Pantaleev on the back of the head there. Good evasive work from the cameraman over in the neutral corner on the far side. Well, there we go, there we go. Just as I was saying it, he's hit him around the back of the head. The referee just spreading his arms wide there, and he's absolutely right, because he's done it 3 times, at least 3 times, and he's had to take the point. Now that changes things completely, because if Pantaleev can win this round 10-9, and with the point deduction that turns into 10-8, and then we could have some judges' decisions to go on. Saydrakhimov off the back foot there again, just throwing that right hand. For me, the Uzbek is winning this final round. But if Pantaleev can produce a big finish here, then this will get very, very tight. Generally speaking, in my experience anyway, if you end up with level scores because of a point deduction, the judges, more often than not, give the nod in favour of the fighter who has had the point deduction, who would have won without it. That just seems to be what happens. It's not a rule, not by any stretch. Nice left hand to the body there from Saydrakhimov, who's just making this, or has made this, more difficult than it needed to be, because he's only got himself to blame for that deduction. Left to the body again there from Saydrakhimov. Pantaleev has just been coming forward all the time throughout the whole 9 minutes. Saydrakhimov, for me, has done enough to win this 3 rounds to 0, although you would probably say that this 3rd round has been Pantaleev's best round of the fight. I don't think it's enough to win it, but should some of the judges disagree, then when you throw in the point deduction, this could get very, very sweaty for Madiyar Saydrakhimov.
The winner is by split decision in blue.
Well, he gets it. He gets it by split decision. So 4-0. 29-27, what would have been 30 points to 27 with 4 of the judges, 28-28 with the Kosovan judge. And Uzbekistan pick up their 4th gold medal. So Bulgaria again just coming up short. Pantaleev, Diaz, Nikolov all picking up silvers. Stanimira Petrova, who, as I said, is just in front of me. She managed to take gold for the home nation. I think we've got some medal ceremonies coming up now. It was a good fight, that. As I said, it's always interesting to watch those kinds of fights when you've got a very obvious formula. You've got the taller fighter who wants to keep it at range. You've got the shorter fighter who needs to try and move that upper body, get up tight, and really get to work up close with those hooks and body work. But he just couldn't quite bring it to bear, Pantaleev. Saydrakhimov had it in the tank, to just move around him, keep him turning, keep him moving, and just keep throwing those hands accurately enough and with enough power on them to keep his man off. And the point deduction went because he just kept tapping him around the back of the head for absolutely no reason when Pantaleev had spun around. It's a habit he needs to get out of. You can't be giving away points in these 3-round fights. And having a good day, Uzbekistan. They're having a very good day.